Double the bot means double the punishment. Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys. We get another Transformers video review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Wave 4 Topspin and Wave 5 Twintwist. I initially was gonna do these guys separately and give them their own separate videos, but I figured, you know what? Since I'm already behind on these guys as is, why don't I just do both of them at the same time? So with that said, guys, here they are, and it's pretty much as you expected. One's a jet, one's a drill tank. So first things first, let's get a closer look at Topspin. As you can see, the double nose cone jet. And there were digibashes of him as Misfire and Slugslinger, and I totally could have saw that out of this, but I'm glad that that ultimately in the end was not the case. So yeah, that's the jet mode. Turn to the back, giant boosters. Underneath you can pretty much see most of the robot. That's pretty much how your jet formers work. And he does have this flip down landing gear. That's, implied for use. You really don't need it, but it's there if you want it. So putting him back and rolling Twintwist forward, almost said Twin Fist. And he's basically the same thing as him, only he has the drills. A different section right here. The boosters in the back are kind of like braking systems this time. I have no idea. Treads instead of wings, and then on the underside, instead of the under wings, he's got wheels so he can roll. And otherwise, he's pretty much the same exact thing. He rolls okay-ish, and that's pretty much the vehicle modes proper. Now, cracking open the cockpit, which is never easy on these guys. Come on, there we go. So cracking that open, closing it up. So this is freeze out, I want to say. It's just, it's your standard Titan Master. He got no color on him. He's just straight up plastic. And then you fold him in half, and he's got a bit of a colored face on him. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways. That's, freeze out. Flipped over into a head. And then coming over to Twintwist, which of course, since for the most part they're twins, here is Flame Out. And he's basically the exact same thing as Freeze Out over here, just with a different face. There be the proof. And yeah, there's the two heads together. Heads go over to their respective bodies, and let's get into the transformation. And the transformation is rather interesting on this mold. So basically, we're going to start off by first off, pull the weapons off, set them to the side. Come down here, split these pieces in half, and then extend them down like this. Flip the foot out, close this piece up. There's the leg. This transformation very much relies on panels that collapse in on themselves. So with that done, actually before you rotate that, you bring this piece down, you flip the landing gear back up, and you reopen the cockpit, pull the arms out to the side like this, and then this whole piece is going to come up, and then at the same time close the cockpit back up, And then this whole piece right here rotates around like this so that it brings the neck port up to the top of the body. And this whole piece spins around at the waist and then flips back down to lock itself back in place, which still gives him a waist joint, which is freaking awesome. Pull the arms down, and this is actually pretty neat. This panel opens up, the hand comes out, and then the arm extends out on two separate hinges. And then you can just fold the wings back like that. You know, do the same thing over here. Get him standing up. Take his head. Plug it on. Take the guns. Slide them into his hands. And I love his guns because for whatever friggin' reason, they have pew-pew potential. I don't know why, they just do. So yeah, there you go. There is Topspin in robot mode. So now let's bring Twintwist over, which, guess what? It's exactly the frickin' same. Other than, you know, maybe a minor difference. So all this will come up, this flips up, and then this comes up. This split. Bring this down. Flip the foot up. This goes like that. This slips down. Rotate, down, rotate, back. And for whatever freaking reason, I always end up not aligning this correctly. There we go. His knees seem a little off to me. I don't know why. Anyways, these come up. Panel opens up. Hand comes out. Arm extends. Tread flips back. Come on. There we go. And you flip the tread. You take this and then you plug it in. Wibbly wobbly. Give him his guns. Once again, has the pew pew factor. I don't freaking know why, it just does. And there is Twintwist in robot mode. And there you go, there is your, effectively your classics jump starters. Easily my favorite deluxe mold. Easily my favorite deluxe mold. This just like smacked the trigger happy mold just straight up to the side as soon as these got literally just landed in my hands. They are so nice. Especially when you get them both together. When you have them together, that's when these two just shine. Even though I'm knocking them over. But yeah, this is the point where the two just shine. They look so good next to each other on the shelf. Like, this feels like a project long since in the works. I've always wanted jump starters. I remember playing with the jump starters when I was a kid. So the fact that I now have my own version of the jump starters in my hands, there's just something exciting about this. Articulation-wise, we're actually going to do it on Twintwist. You know, typical Titan Master ball jointed neck. I always love the fact that they had the ball jointed necks. Adds so much more emotion to a figure, in my eyes. Ball jointed shoulders, with the same hinge being a joint, but that's mostly due to transformation. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, which it does bend in two different spots. Nothing at the wrist. That waist joint that I love so much. ball jointed hip, thigh swivel, knee bend, and pretty much nothing here at the ankle. But he's molded to stand in a natural A. Yeah, BC could talk. He's molded to stand in a natural A stance. And there you go. Size comparison wise, here they are next to, or at least behind, Combiner Wars Rook. And as you can see, they're a bit tall for deluxes, but that's fine. This is an older deluxe, so. And then there's next to a Pop Vinyl Voltron. I'm stalling at this point, but yeah, you guys get it. My final thoughts, I really like these guys. They are my favorite deluxe mold so far. And it's starting to look like they are my favorite deluxe mold ever. Because Titans Return is slowly finishing out. Very slowly finishing out. I am still in shock I found him. Which, clearly enough, since I found him, that also means I have Misfire. I did not get the Windblade because I don't want it. With that said, guys, I'm pretty sure I've taken up enough of your time. This is BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.